What's up, guys? Hope everyone's doing well. For those of you who know me, you know I've been really big into these Hoops Premium stock. We ripped a blaster earlier tonight. This is not a rip video, though. I just wanted to show you guys some of the results from my ripping. So, I thought I'd go through, maybe like 15 to 20 of my best cards. And you guys can see for yourself and how I did and what the pull rates are, maybe get some idea. It's worth noting that I did find, retail a handful of times. Never anything crazy. I would maybe get, a mega, a couple blasters, and a couple hangers. I probably found that 4 times in the wild. And then I bought, some cellos on rip and chips, participated in some team breaks. I did a lot of stuff to try to get good cards from this set. And I'm going to show you guys how I did, I think I did okay. Not great. I think I did okay on this one. So we're going to start out here. So first up, I have a Darius Bazley. I included this. It's a green. I included this just because I think he's a good player, and he doesn't have terribly many rookie cards in any other of the major sets this year. So I have a few parallels of him, so I thought I would throw one in. Also, this is Lu Dort, another good player on the Thunder. He's definitely a solid player. He also doesn't have many rookie cards elsewhere. I have a few of him, parallels of him as well. This one happens to be a nicely centered Disco Prism, so I thought I would throw that in too. This is just a base of Ken Nunn. I just wanted to note Ken Nunn in this video. I love Ken Nunn. Don't have anything too sweet of him, but nicely centered base card. Might go out for grading. So TBD on that. Next up, we have this is Romeo Langford here. This is a silver. Not a bad card, not a bad player. I do have quite a few of him. I have some mojos. I have quite a bit. So I just thought I would throw this in as well. He's a pretty high pick, 15th pick or so. So I kind of drew the line, with that top 15, the kind of the lottery area. I don't have any of the, second rounders. God knows I have a ton of, Jordan McLaughlin stuff. So next up we have a Matisse Silver we got next. Have a ton of base of him. I think I probably have some sort of, maybe not. I don't know if I have any great parallels of him. I just threw this in here to just kind of make note of him as one of the rookies included in this video. Next up we have a pair of Sekou Doumbouya. This is going to be a silver here. Nice looking silver of Sekou, and then this is the hanger exclusive image variation. I've actually thought, guys, about kind of like deep dive collecting the image variations. I think they're so cool. I think they're really cool from Hoops, and I think it'd be kind of a fun niche to explore. Sekou not having the greatest year, but threw a couple of his nicer, more harder to find pieces in here just for grins. Next up, this is a guy we haven't hit much of, Tyler Hero. Man, I don't have any parallels of him. I have, 4 or 5 base cards and some base non-prism inserts, but just threw him in here just to, acknowledge that he's the man. Cam Reddish, another one. Don't have a ton of great stuff from him outside of some base. This is just a base arriving now. Just threw that in there to make note of him. Brandon Clark, probably the best card I pulled of Brandon Clark. I might have a laser prism coming my way that was pulled, and I do believe I have a silver we got next of him coming my way too. But for now, the image variation is the best card I have of Brandon. I do love B. Clark, so I just thought I would toss this in here and show it to you guys. Obviously, just note that I have a lot of base of all these guys. So next up, this is a silver Rui tribute. We'll see Rui again a little bit later on. Have some better Rui stuff. I actually got a lot, did pretty well with Rui. But just toss the silver tribute in. Those are always nice to have. Not the biggest Rui cards in the game, but yeah, nice card. This is a Jackson Hayes. I do have some other Jackson Hayes stuff. I have a silver. I have a couple discos. I feel like I hit a lot of Jackson Hayes too. Just threw him in here, 8th pick in the draft. I thought I would include him. For PJ Washington, probably my best pull outside of base cards is this silver prism of the draft class of 19. I actually like this one a lot. I actually like all the inserts here, guys, I have to say. I think this one's cool with the photo. Some people think this is their favorite insert. I also like courtside. I also like the Arriving Now parallels. I think the NBA City parallels look good. There's a lot of cool inserts in this set, so that's probably one of my nicer PJs, the silver. Here's a Cam Johnson on the silver. Have actually a couple silver cams. I do like him as a player. I think he's going to be pretty good. So definitely happy to have a couple silvers and obviously a lot of base of Mr. Cam. Okay, so now we're starting to get into some better cards. I have some of these things in team bags. Some of these do not need to be in team bags, as you will see. Like this one, these next two definitely don't need to be in team bags, but this is a DeAndre Hunter on the Mojo. I like DeAndre Hunter quite a bit. I don't think I have any base parallels of DeAndre, but I do have a couple of these Mojo parallels of Mr. Hunter. Not the best card to have of him. I would much rather have gotten some sort of base parallel, but you know what? Didn't happen. At least not thus far. I might try, if I see some in the wild, I'll probably pick it up, but I think I'm pretty well done with kind of reaching on stuff. So a couple DeAndre Hunter parallels. Now for one notable whiff of mine is Mr. Morant, guys. I did not hit any Ja Morant parallels, not one, man. I have at least these three base. I think I probably have another two somewhere. So I hit him a fair amount, but they're all base, and I don't think I have any inserts. I have a bunch of tribute, a bunch of base, but nothing too crazy of Mr. Morant, so a little bit bummed about that, but, such is life. I did do pretty well on the other big guy, and you will see that in a second. So this is Zion. These are just a couple base cards. I think I might have one more tucked away somewhere. These are two of just the base cards. Pretty cool cards for sure. Nice to have the base. I mean, I think this set is going to be pretty good in the long run. So definitely pleased that I've got a couple Zion base. This is a Jarrett Culver. I do have a decent assortment of base cards. This is the blue prism. I actually really like this blue prism. I think it's my favorite looking of the prisms. I don't know. It has a different hollow level than the greens and whatnot, as we'll see in a second. I think there's something about this one, just the way it is. It's got the silver, and I don't know. It shimmers a little bit differently, but Jarrett's a nice player. 6th pick in the draft. Not lighting the world on fire, but definitely going to hang on to this this well-centered blue of Mr. Culver that I pulled in I think just a cello I bought at some point. Next up, Mr. Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I do have some nice inventory of him. I think I have a laser laying around somewhere, and definitely have some base and probably some inserts. This is a green of Nickeil. He's having a good little year. I think he's going to be a good one long term, so happy to have that. This is going to be Mr. Darius Garland on the laser. Nice pull. Nice to have. 5th pick in the draft. My only Darius Garland parallel, I think. Certainly base parallel. I might have some sort of insert tucked away that's a prism of some sort. But that is Darius Garland. Next up is another favorite. How about Keldon, man? We got a Keldon laser and then also a Keldon disco. So 2 Keldons. I know I have some base Keldons too, so I actually like Keldon quite a bit. He's playing really well, so happy to have some of his stuff there. This is another Rui. There's one more to come. This is the Rui image variation out of the hanger. I think these cards look so cool. I can't state enough how much I love these image variations in the chrome. I just loved everything about chrome, quite honestly, but that is a pretty good one to have. So now we're moving into some of the big boys here. So let me just kind of recalibrate my pile for 1 second. Okay, so we're starting to get to the big stuff. So what's next is actually a trio of Zion Williamson silver tributes. These are the tributes are obviously not the greatest cards in the world, but I wouldn't have showed you silver tributes of most guys, but this is Zion. We've done really well with these silver tributes. I, again, haven't pulled anything of Mr. Morant in this way, but we do have so 3 of these for Zion, one of which is really well centered. This is not the one that is really well centered, but it is a cool card. I think it's a little bit better than the NBA debut. I think it'll do a little bit better long term, just because it is a rookie card. It does have a rookie badge on it. And so it kind of is a standalone card. It's not like the debuts are just kind of like watered down versions of the base cards. These are kind of standalone cards, obviously not as good, but so 3 of those for the big guy, and we'll see a little bit more of him a little bit later on. Next up here is definitely my nicest Rui piece. This is going to be the Rui Hachimura on the laser. Obviously, you can see by the number of lasers that I have, I did rip a lot of cellos. I did like the cellos this year and the hangers. Seemed like there was a good bit of heat in there. So this is Rui on the laser. This one is nicely centered. I think this is my only Rui base parallel. So this is definitely a good one. Probably a grading candidate at some point in time. So definitely was pleased to pull that. Now I promised myself that I was going to keep going with this until I hit a Zion or Ja base parallel, guys. And it took quite some time, man. It really did. It was not an overnight deal. It took me many months to hit. So coming up on a few of our better stuff here. So now we get into RJ. So we do have this RJ laser that I pulled, I believe, in a team break. I also pulled this laser in a team break. Both are actually pretty well centered, believe it or not. One of these came out of a cello break, so a full cello box break. Both pretty good on the centering though. So definitely stoked to have some RJ. I do love RJ. I don't make much of a secret of it. I also think I have a blue on the We Got Next, the blue prism. So that is a pretty cool one just because it matches the team colors and it actually looks really nice. Also have a green of RJ. This one is obviously pretty OC, but green is a nice parallel for sure. So again, happy to have 3 RJ base parallels. Those are not particularly easy to come by. Again, you can see I've ripped quite a bit of this to have some of this stuff. So next up is one of my personal favorite pulls. This is the Kobe Silver. I absolutely love Kobe White and the Bulls, hometown team, hometown kid. He's playing well. And I pulled this silver out of a break I had, kind of just a personal rip I had. This was definitely a pretty nice card out of here. Looks so clean, so crispy. And to pull it myself, not on a break, but to just pull it myself when I was hustling and found some stuff at maybe Target or something, just to have this card pop out, I was really happy with. An honorable mention of a card that I actually don't have with me right now is a Ray Allen auto that I pulled out of a hanger. We did get a Ray Allen auto out of a hanger, which was hilarious. I got 3 autos that I found during this whole process, guys. One was Ray Allen. I also have a Scalabrini tucked away somewhere, which is kind of hilarious. And then last but not least is another interesting one. It's I think it's Torrey Craig, who is a very interesting player to say the least. To get an auto of not who you think of. So now we're starting to get into maybe the top 6 or so here. So number, I guess would this be number 6? Is number 5 or 6, something like that. So this is going to be the Zion Williamson case hit. This is called the Rookie Special. I have not seen very many of these come out. It is a very short printed insert. There's only 2 players in the entire set. One is this guy, Zion, and the other is Ja. So there are 2 players. Now this is not a prism. If this was a prism, this would be a $6,000, $8,000, $9,000 card raw. This is just the base. But it's still very rare. I haven't seen another one pulled, man. I really have not seen another one of this card pulled. Pretty cool. It's numbered, spec 1, so special, rookie special 1. Definitely a cool hit. I like it just because I have frankly not seen it. I really haven't seen it anywhere. I've seen maybe one job pulled in a team break, but I have not seen, in all my journeys, I have not seen a Zion pulled. Okay, next up, this is a Luka Doncic silver. Get out the way. Luka's a very popular year 2 player. This is a silver prism of his. I pulled this out of a mega box. I was happy to see this. I did pull a Luka Silver NBA City early on in this process, and I actually traded it on spot for a blaster at marked up prices, resale prices. So I sold it for about $65. That's what the blasters were going for, which looks like a pretty good deal today, but I was kind of regretting it just because, Luka's Luka, and this is kind of his debut of premium stock. So I was kind of bummed that I dumped it like that, but happy to get another Luka Silver in the collection. Next up is now we're in the top 3 here. So these are my best 3 cards. Number 3, clocking in, is the Zion Image Variation. Now this, for my money, guys, is the coolest Zion card of the year. I've seen a lot. I have a lot. This is my favorite of all of them. Just, the clean chrome card, and then there's a little dust in there, but that's not on the card. But clean chrome card, black background, and Zion just lifting off into orbit to go dunk that ball, man. And I just think this is so cool. I love this card so much. I was hoping, praying that I was going to get one. It's so much better than the Ja image variation the Zion is. The Ja is pretty cool, but absolutely does not hold a candle to the Zion. Okay, so now we're into the final 2. Let me just take them out of their team bags right quick. So number 2 on our list today, gents, is going to be this bad boy, Silver Zion arriving now. This came out of a team break where I pulled the Pels, and I got this card. Was really, really so excited about it. I think the silver variation of the arriving now is just the coolest, man. It looks so good. I don't love the base ones as much, but the silvers or the any sort of variation is just so sexy, man. This is just beautiful. I love this card so much. I can't believe I'm putting it number 2, but I felt that I had to, just because I told you guys that I would stop with premium stock when I hit a Zion or a Ja base parallel. What I'm about to show you was the culmination of that journey. I hit this maybe a week and a half ago, and this kind of concludes it, man. This kind of concludes my journey here. The Zion Laser Prism, baby. Laser. Now, these are not being valued quite as highly as some of the others. People are tending to go to the cracked ice, some of the stuff that's fresh and current. For my money, guys, this will do pretty well over time. I think Zion's playing well, scoring effortlessly. I do wish I had some more Ja, but this is just the way the ball bounced for me this year. And I pulled this out of a cello on a night when I wasn't intending to do anything, but I did pick up a cello, and I hit this Zion. This is my only base parallel of Zion or Ja. So some people who found it so easily, for me it was an absolute war. I spent weeks and weeks and weeks trying to make that happen for myself, and did not succeed until this past week. And that was kind of a wrap, man. When I hit that, I was kind of, of the mentality that, all right, well, I've done what I set out to do. I have a lot of base, and parallel rookies from this set. Maybe it is time to hang up the cleats and sell some stuff and start prepping for Hoops 2021 in this upcoming class. So that's a wrap, man. That's everything I have from Hoops Premium Stock. Obviously, those are the highlights. I have, many base cards of each, many base cards of each guy in the, pretty much every rookie. I just went through it all last night, and I have many base cards of every rookie that was printed, and I have a lot more parallels, obviously, that didn't make this video, but that's it. So typically what I'll do is I'll kind of keep all my cards organized by set, and then usually I'll keep like a little box like this of the highlights from the set. And when I'm kind of putting the bow and wrapping up a set, saying, okay, I did all I can do here, time to move on to the next set. I will kind of categorize everything in a box by rookie and some of the veteran base that I want to keep and parallels and whatnot, and then I will keep a little box like this of my highlights, and this is it here. It fits perfectly in here this year with this one. This is just some repurposed Five Below football box, but yeah, so that is my highlight stack right here from Premium Stock, and I think, I don't know if we have anything else in the mail that would make this box. I don't think we do. Maybe one thing, but for the most part, guys, we are done. We're calling it a year with Premium Stock for now. Again, if I see more in the wild, I'll buy it, but I'm done chasing it and kind of starting to prep for 2021 hoops. So that is going to do it. Thanks you guys for tuning in. I always appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you did like this. I don't know if this is the kind of video that anybody cares about, but I just thought I would kind of do a little recap. I know there's probably a lot of you guys who have quite a bit better stuff. I do think Hoops Premium Stock is going to do well long term. I really do. I think it's going to be popular. I think it's worth grading some of these cards, and so that's what I intend to do. So with that said, guys, I'm going to take my leave here, call it a night, and thank you guys for tuning in. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.